What's going on, guys? I am SimpleSimon, and today we're doing another toy unboxing, and I'm not just going to unbox one toy or two toys. I'm going to be unboxing 3 toys in one video. Let's do this. Quick shout out to my Subminions. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you're interested in exclusive members only videos, extended episodes of The Noob, and exclusive emojis, hit the join button to find out more about channel membership. But remember, your membership is not required. The best way to support the channel is by liking and commenting on videos. Alright, so I've had these figures sitting around for quite some time now. I was supposed to unbox these, I reckon, months ago now, but I've had other figures that jumped the line, and I haven't been doing as many toy unboxings recently, but I want to get back to it because my shelves are looking a little bit bare. I've moved a few things around. The Xmen 97 range came out and they were super popular. They look super cool. I wasn't really that interested in them when they first dropped until I watched the Xmen 97 series, and then I was like, ugh, now you make me want these figures, right? So now I have 6 of them. I'm only gonna unbox 3 for now. These were the original 3 that I wanted. The first one I was able to pick up was Wolverine. I picked him up for just a little bit over the regular price. I think he was about $50 when I got him, which is pretty standard price for him. I mean, there's some people listing this for $100 to $150 on eBay, but sold listings are around the sort of $100 mark. Some are a little bit under. The value on all these has dropped. I was originally gonna call this video unboxing $500 worth of action figures. Something along those lines, because back when I was originally going to do these videos, these were selling crazy at the aftermarket prices. It was insane. Like, this was going for about 150 and people were buying it for that. This one here dropped a lot in price. This is Gambit. I didn't want to get Gambit without Rogue. I didn't want to get Rogue without Gambit. So in one of my vlogs I did at Pop Toys, I remember he had this for about $85. And that at the time was when these were starting to become unavailable. People were selling this one for about $100 at the time. This one's dropped massively because I believe a lot of shops got a second lot of these. I was actually able to pre-order this from Pop Culture at just the regular price. In fact, I got $5 off because it was my first purchase through them. They give you $5 off. So super happy to pick that one up, but under the regular retail price. And then the only one that I did pay aftermarket price was for Rogue. This at the time was going for about cheapest $150, but a lot of people were trying to flog it off for about 200 plus. Can't remember how much I paid for this, but you guys might have seen the vlog. I picked this one up, got a great deal at the time. Might have been $85 to $90 or something I paid for this, which at the time was very, very good. Like, you couldn't get this for that price at the time. Even the prices on this are dropped. People are still trying to list it at around $200 to $250. But most of the sold listings are going for about between $100 and $150. So, but I was super stoked to get this one. And since then I actually bought Cyclops, Jean Grey, and Madeline Pryor. But those ones I will probably just do a short form unboxing for those. I don't think I'll do a long form video for those. But today I'm gonna unbox these 3. The reason I wanted these 3 was because I'm not really an X-Men guy these days. I did enjoy the Xmen 97 series, but I did love X-Men when the original animated series came out when I was like a teenager. Wolverine was like everyone's favorite, so I did love Wolverine. I thought he was super cool, but because he was everyone's favorite, he wasn't really my favorite. My favorite was Gambit. He was just super cool to me. And of course I had a mega crush on Rogue, as we probably all did. We'll just get them out of the box, we'll have a look at them, and then we'll do a little bit of playing around with them and then do some poses, and then I'll give you an honest review on whether these figures were worth it. All right, so we'll take a look at Wolverine first. There you go, there's him still in his plastic there. He has 2 sets of, I guess, retracted claw hands. And obviously he's got his claws on, and then he's got, obviously, unmasked, masked, and then this is like, I think his hood. So when he's unmasked, I'm surprised they didn't just put that on there, like, you know, out of the box, you would think. But yeah, so here is a close look at the figure. Cool face details, shredded muscles, as you would expect. Head, oh, his head's pretty good. Up and down, pretty good. Left all the way around, all the way around. Shoulders out, T-pose. Can you get any higher than that? That's about it, because he's obviously got those shoulder pads. Oh, they kind of come down though, so that's interesting. Ab crunch looks good. He's got the what's this called? All you toy guys, what's this type of connection called? I forget. But not all figures have that. But he's got that perfect ab crunch there. Twists at the waist there. Let's see his split. Oh, his splits are pretty good. Not bad, not bad. He's obviously got a thigh cut there. His knees go to about there. Pretty standard. Oh, it doesn't do the angle thing. Oh yeah, it does. We'll leave the mask to last. We'll do the unmasked with the regular head on there. Pop that on. Oh yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Yeah, what do you reckon? That looks alright. Getting his head on was actually harder than I predicted. Look at that. As if you're going to go the unmasked version. I guess if you're doing certain poses and you want to get some funny shots. Oh, look, he's actually got... That's pretty cool too. What are these? I don't think I've ever seen this on an action figure. It's not a butterfly joint, it's something else. Look, so he can get right back like that. That's super sick. That's super cool. Big fan of that. Awesome. All right, we'll take a look at the next one. We'll go to Gambit. All right, so here he is in the plastic still. He's got his staff. He's got a throwing hand. That looks super cool with these 3 cards coming out. Oh yeah, he's got like a spare card there too. That's got the there's little smoky stuff coming off it. So we'll get him out and have a look. Here is his staff. Not a lot to it there, but nice and straight. That's good. It can bend though, so be careful. And then you've got the throwing hand. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And then you got the extra card, which I guess he holds in his hand. You get some good poses with that too. Looks damn good. This is a good looking Gambit. Fantastic. His articulation should be interesting. I like this type of head joint too. Not all of them do that. I know my Across the Spider-Verse figures kind of have that, so you get pretty good range of up and down movement on their heads with that type of joint. So that's cool. A little bit better than Wolverine. Perfect T-shape there. I'm gonna guess he's limited a little bit with the jacket there, but he's got the same, oh, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful ab crunch. Same articulation really, same with the waist. He's got the thigh cut. His knees bend a little bit better than Wolverine. Pretty nice. Hopefully none of these joints are locked like this foot feels like it is. Please don't be locked. Oh yeah, these feet are really stiff. I'm not gonna mess around with that too much now, but those feet joints are very stiff. We'll move on to his lady Rogue, and then we'll do some height comparisons maybe between them. Here is Rogue in the plastic still. Not a lot of accessories, just an extra fist hand and a bare hand. Don't mess with that bare hand there. I was on a stream the other day and I believe it was Drew Manchu. He's a huge action figure collector, so check out Drew Manchu. I'll try to leave a link if I remember in the description, but I'll make a picture come up as well. But he was saying that the Rogue figure, the face sculpt on this is beautiful, but he said the body sculpt, there's been better Rogues. So I don't know, this is my first Rogue in my collection. I never thought I was gonna get this just looking at the market prices I was going for. There's that famous butt. And yeah, I was stoked to get it at the price I got it for. But again, rumor has it that there may be a second drop of this and Wolverine. So for all those people who've been considering buying it at aftermarket prices, consider waiting, because these things are only going to get cheaper. But also I saw an article and they said they were potentially going to do a second drop of Rogue and Wolverine. I don't know if it's true or not, but definitely worth holding out if you can save the dollars, right? Because then you can buy both of them for less than the price of one of these, you know? The face sculpt is very nice. Paint apps look good. Lots of detail on her buttocks there. She's going to be a bit more limited with the hair. It looks down really good again. I really like that that style of neck joint there. Really good down movement. I can't really go back too much because of her long hair, but she turns all the way around. She's got more like the newer type of whatever they call this joint now. So her ab crunch is nowhere near like the other guys. She can barely get anything. Look at that, barely anything. But she can kind of twist at that top waist there. And she also doesn't have a cut at the waist. And I believe it's because for female characters, it gives their figure, it makes their figure look a little bit nicer. Obviously not having a waist cut and having this sort of look there. I believe it just makes a female figure look a little bit nicer. Nice perfect T there. Elbow, oh, I don't think I've been doing elbow on the other figures. Elbows go in, oh, let's do a dab. Kind of, not really. She has the thigh cut there, as you can see. Her knees double jointed like that, and her feet. Calm down all you feet guys. But that's Rogue, she looks great, and I can't wait to pose these guys. But what I'll do now is I'll put all three of them next to each other to compare their heights first, and then I'll bring in a few other figures, and then we'll go to some amateur simple poses, as I like to call them, because you all know that my action figure posing is pretty basic. So here from left to right, I've got the tallest going to the shortest, and it all looks very good there. Obviously Gambit a little bit taller than Rogue, and then obviously Wolverine, we all know, is a little shorty, little short king. So that looks pretty good to scale there. So I'll bring in some other figures to compare. All right, so check out this motley crew. I've got Deadpool on the left there. Deadpool is actually a reasonably tall character for a Marvel Legends figure. So you can see he's actually quite small compared to these guys. He's around the same height as Rogue there, but Gambit is much taller. Spider-Gwen is on the shorter side of Marvel Legends figures, and she is a little bit taller than Wolverine still, and a little bit shorter than Rogue, so that looks pretty good there. I'm going to try to bring in actually some even taller Marvel Legends figures to see how they stack up. So this is Angela. Angela is a super tall Marvel Legends figure. In fact, I actually display her with my 7-inch DC Multiverse figures. I have her with my Spawn figure, and she stacks up pretty good even against those 7-inch figures. So, I mean, if you look at that, they're about the same height. Obviously, it's hard to, Gambit's hair makes him look a bit taller. Angela's little wings on her crown thing look, you know, pretty tall as well, but they're about the same height there. So yeah, Gambit's pretty impressively tall for a Marvel Legends figure. All right, so here's a crossover everybody's wanted. I got my latest pickup, my Mafex Robocop figure there. I did mention in my Mafex unboxings that I feel like Mafex, the scale for 6-inch is a little bit small, but Robocop is about the same height as Rogue there, so that's probably about spot on for a 6-inch figure. Gwenpool on the right there. She was obviously a smaller Mafex figure, even though she's still based on 6-inch, and she looks pretty good. I mean, she's about the same height as Wolverine, so there you go. And then last, I've got my Brandon Lee figure, my Eric Draven from the Crow figure, and he is obviously a 6-inch figure as well from Mezco. So he's actually reasonably tall. He a little bit taller than Rogue, I would say, looking at it here, and he's not too far off Gambit there as well. Yeah, that's it for the height comparisons. I'll try to put these guys in some simple poses. We'll see how I go, and then we'll give you the honest review on whether these 3 figures were worth the money. Alright, so what did I think of these figures? We'll start with Rogue. Beautiful figure. How about that pose at the end? Rogue has probably got the most limited, I don't know, I couldn't figure out what to do with her posing wise. She doesn't have a lot of options, coming that she doesn't really have a lot of accessories. What I did notice is the hand that came in the box, actually, she's actually holding on to the glove. So essentially, I think that should have come as a spare hand, because obviously the cool thing is with her bare hand there, when you take that off, obviously you've got to put this little, it's like the glove part, when you put her glove hand back on, and that obviously makes her glove look a little bit more complete with the little bit at the end there. But obviously when you take the bare hand, put the bare hand on, you don't want to have that on there. That's a cool little detail, but I actually didn't notice her holding onto the spare glove out of the box. But yeah, I think that should have been in the accessory part of it. Articulation wise, pretty basic. I don't think she's as dynamic as the other 2, but nonetheless, great looking figure all around. Gambit impressed the shit out of me. He is really cool, like great look, great figure, looks great, pretty poseable as well, has cool accessories. I couldn't floor this figure, it was really good. His feet joints are a little bit locked. I don't know if that's completely locked at all, but that's a little bit pain in the ass. The more and more I do these, just the more and more I find issues with the joints with the Marvel Legends stuff. So yeah, maybe that'll loosen over time. I think some people said if I boil it, it might help as well, but I'm just scared. It just doesn't look like it's budging, so I'm scared if I force it, it'll just break, and I am yet to break a Marvel Legend figure, only a NECA figure. Wolverine is also very cool. I love the shoulder things. So obviously the other 2, I think Gambit had like butterfly joints. I don't think Rogue really has them. Not really, it's really just Gambit. But I love these shoulder blade joints that he's got. They're super cool, but he was reasonably poseable too. I actually wish their feet had the toe hinge. I think that would have helped a lot as well. But yeah, all these figures, I'm super glad to have them in the collection. I can't wait to get them onto my Marvel shelf. I'll show you guys that at the end. Was it worth the money? I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky that I got Wolverine and Gambit pretty much at the regular retail price. Rogue was the only one I paid more for. But yeah, look, I'm glad I didn't want to have Gambit without Rogue, and like I said, vice versa. So I'm definitely glad I got her. But I must say, as far as all three of these figures go, she's probably the least impressive as far as like just the way, as far as like being an action figure. Apart from the look, yeah, she's probably the least impressive out of the lot. That's it. I've got a bunch of DC Multiverse figures I've got to unbox, which I've had for months as well. So I'm really gonna get back onto unboxing the figures. It's funny, I find like obviously my action figure videos, they don't get a lot of views initially, like in the first day, no one cares because most of the people who watch my stuff are more for the vlogs or for the comics. But then like in the next couple of days after that, you'll see I do get just a few more views. So they normally get to, you know, the 150 mark. Some will get a few hundred. I don't think my toy videos are very good, but I enjoy doing it. So I will keep doing it. It's just had a bit of a break because I wasn't really motivated to do them, but I've got some great figures that I've paid money for and I want to get them out. So yeah, stay tuned for more toy unboxings and I'll leave you with a shot of my Marvel shelf with these guys on there. And yeah, give this video a like, leave a comment, and if you want more toys, not just unboxings, but just toys and collectibles in general, I'll leave a link to my toys and collectibles playlist in the description below. Check that playlist out for more content. And until next time, I'm SimpleSimon. Tell your friends and keep it simple.